sister. Welcome to my creative studio where we love to craft, we love to create, and I absolutely love tea. So go ahead and grab your tea as I already have mine while we get ready to have our first Crafty moment. Yes, crafting and tea, my absolute favorite. And also while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom so you can get notifications for our future Crafty moments where we just dive into all kind of crafts, but mainly paper crafts. So here's the 3D mandala file that I actually got off of Etsy. I forget what the name of the shop is, but I'll definitely post it down below. But here I'm just separating out the different layers that we have. I think is 7 or actually 8, because you see the little dot that we have there. That's actually one of the layers. So now we'll start to cut. As you can see here, I did not go with the colors that were actually in the file. I decided to go along with my own colors, and so the first color that I have is black, and this is the first layer. So here we're cutting out the second layer. I decided to make my second layer blue. So I'll go ahead and speed this up so we can get this second layer cut out. So now that we have this second layer cut out, I'm kind of showing you how it is to take it off the mat. I remove the extra pieces of paper, and then what I do is remove the mat from the actual cutout. There was some small pieces that I had to kind of use my tweezers to take out of those smaller cut pieces. But it turned out really nice. So here are the 2 layers together, the first 2 layers. The third layer I decided to go with like this pretty green color. I wanted all the colors to kind of pop as they are sitting on top of each other, giving that 3D effect. Again, just removing the mat from the actual paper instead of removing the paper, because if not, then you do run the risk of folding these pieces, because they are very delicate and some of them have intricate cuts. So it's better to fold the mat back away from the pieces. And here you can see the third layer on top of the first 2 layers. I decided to go with a gold because I wanted a lighter color in there as well for one of the layers. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up as we cut out this gold. And as we're finishing up cutting out the 4th layer, here it is on top of the other 3 layers. Next, we're going with a red. I love red for the 5th layer. And I'll go ahead and speed this up as we're cutting out this red on the 5th layer. And as you can see, that red really pops for that layer. And then next, I decided to go with the pink as we cut this pink layer out. Now the red and the pink kind of sits right on top of each other. I did not realize that, but you'll see what I mean in just a moment when I finish cutting this out and sitting it on top of the red. It's almost like you don't even see the red. But once I made it into, like I put the little foam, double-sided foam up under it, you can see the red. I went ahead and cut out my next layer. It's a kind of greenish, yellowish color. I know it looks green like the other, but this one is a different color. I couldn't really capture the difference that well while it was cutting out, but you'll definitely be able to see it once I layer it on top of once I put the mandala together itself. Also, as we get closer to the top, the pieces become thinner, so this is what this looks like once it finished cutting out. and then once I layered it on top of everything else. Now my last layer, I wanted something to really sparkle. I love sparkles. So I decided to do the very last layer in glitter. Look at that. It's really going to add a pop once we finish this tea time mandala. And here it is with all the layers cut out. So now we're going to layer this. Now I will tell you, I used these foam dots that I got from my local Hobby Lobby. And they laid fine, and it's good to go ahead and just lay the dots on the layer that you are about to actually, I guess, put on the next layer, if that makes sense. As you can see, you'll see in a minute. But I will tell you, I had the hardest time getting the pieces of paper off of these foam dots so that they could stick. As you can see, I used my fingers, I used my tweezers, like it was crazy. I had the hardest time. So yeah, so after this layer, I'll probably speed up when I'm trying to put these foam dots or take the paper off these foam dots, okay? Okay, I finally got the paper off the foam dots, and we're gonna lay this on our first layer. And I apologize, I did not have the camera centered, but as you can see, we got it layered. That's our first 2 layers. Okay, now we're moving on to our 3rd layer. One thing I like that the shop owner from Etsy did for this SVG file is they put little holes in there that help you line up these layers. So you'll be seeing me like put the tweezers in these little holes because it really does help line up each layer. So I absolutely love that. Again, we'll be speeding up these parts because I'm struggling with trying to get the paper off of the back of these dots. So I'll be right back. Phew, I finally got them all off. So we're going to lay this 3rd layer on here. And as you can see, it's coming along beautifully. Now we're at the 4th layer, which is the yellow. Again, you can see the little holes in it, and it helps me line them up. And we're back to these dots. Oh my gosh. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh my God, this is like, this is the part that I would not like, but I got the dots. And as you can see, we're laying the yellow, which again is the 4th layer on top of the last 3 layers. And look how that's popping already. Like, I absolutely love how this is coming together. Okay, now we're moving on to the next layer. I'm losing count, which is the red layer. I love this red. It will look so good and will pop so well on the back of this yellow. As you see again, I'm laying this dot. I'm going to forward it, fast forward it. But what you're going to see once I get to the next layer is what I was saying earlier. Like, for some reason, my red layer and my next layer, which is pink, they are about the same size. So I guess that was just like a little glitch in this file, but I still love it because this file cut out beautifully. So I still have no complaints about it at all. But again, I'm going to fast forward. As you see, I probably put too many dots on all of them, but I just wanted to make sure I haven't had enough dots for it to sit up and it wasn't going to sink in anywhere. So I'm sure some of y'all probably like, well, you put so many dots on there. But yeah, I did. I put a lot of dots. So I'm about to fast forward this and I'll be back. All right, so we finished those and we're laying this red. Look how that looks. And again, I don't have it centered. I'm so sorry, y'all. I can't really see it. But look, I was so disappointed when that happened because that pink and red was gonna look so good together. But you know what? That's okay. It's my first one, and the next one I'll know better. But because I'm gonna cut this out again, like for real. So we're gonna get these dots on this pink one, and as you see, each layer, because it's becoming more intricate, is becoming smaller. So that's why I was saying, like, yeah, I was having a hard time laying the dots on this one, and it's gonna become a little bit harder for the next one. So I'll let y'all know what I did with the next 2 layers after this. So I'll be right back. So finishing up these dots, now we're about to lay this pink layer, and like I said, look how it covers up the red. You can see it a little bit, you can see the difference, but yeah, they are about the same size, so the red isn't really popping out like the rest of them, but you can see it a little bit. It's better in person, but yeah, anyway. So next we're getting to the next to the last layer. Again, it's a little bit smaller, so kind of hard to lay the dots on it, especially at the bottom where the cup is really cut out like intricately. So what I decided to do was glue it. Yeah, I went ahead and just glued it down because I did not want any of the foam showing. And then of course the very last layer was definitely like too small, and so I went ahead and glued that one. That's my glitter layer, the layer I love the best. I went ahead and glued it as well. So give me a second, I'll be back after I finish gluing this and we can see how it turned out. Okay, just finished gluing it, and look, y'all, this turned out so pretty. Like, I absolutely loved it, for real. Put my little dot on my eye, and then I decided to mount it on a piece of wood that I got out of the Dollar Tree. So that's what I'm going to do now. So as you can see, again, I'm back to these dots. I'm back to the dots. The wood I painted black, so that's what is sitting on there. I decided to paint it black. I probably shouldn't have, since my first layer was black, but again, this was my first time. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing this project again. But look, hold on, there it is. Ta-da! What y'all think? Please let me know in the comments. That turned out so beautiful. I absolutely love it.